Hi, hello. I'm Avila. Today I'm going to be telling you about how to find appreciation through life, become the person that you end up being, and you can be grateful for it, even if they were never meant to be in your life forever. Said by one of my all-time favorite characters, Diane Webb. Physicists define time as the progression of events from the past to the present to the future. So let me ask you, what would you do if you could time travel? Me personally, I would go back to the past. I feel like time is probably our biggest obstacle and our biggest enemy in life because our time on this earth is so limited. And this is our first time living, and it's probably going to be our last as well. I feel like time is a concept that we can never really pause time. There's never really a way for us to pause time and to savor it a little bit more. And I feel like we never really yearn for something and we never really realize how much we need something until that something is gone. And I feel like once it's gone, we start to yearn for it more. I feel like that was something that I learned while growing up a lot. A little bit about me, I was raised by my mom and dad, two of the coolest people I know. My mom being an MC and my dad being a bassist. I feel like from a very young age, I don't know what age, but I think it was at an age where my memory still registered, the biggest change happened in my life, which was my parents' divorce. I didn't know how it happened. It was a kid never really understands the concept of divorce, but I thought it was pretty cool being able to move houses back and forth from my mom and my dad's house, and I feel like that was something that I really took for granted a lot. I feel like you never really appreciate your time with someone until you don't see them all the time. And another big change happened in my life, which was my grandpa passing away. I didn't really have the time to get to know him that much, but he was the guy who used to wash my bum, and he was also the guy who would always sleep on the floor so I can take his side of the bed. And I feel like from my family members, they said he was a good man. I feel like because of my grandpa's passing, I mainly lived with my dad a lot more. And I got to see my mom every couple of weeks and days or so until she moved and it turned into months. And then the pandemic happened and there was this huge gap in our relationship. I'm saying this as a 14-year-old right now, but I feel like I'm still my mom's little girl and I still need her because she's my mom. And I feel like some people might feel me on this one, but not a lot, because I feel like it's a privilege to be able to see your mom every day. Because I don't get that. I don't have that. And I feel like because of that, I started to forget my dad a little bit. And I started to distance myself from my dad. And I feel like both of my parents should earn both the same amount of love and respect from me. And I feel like I still need my dad as much as he needs me, and I'm still his little girl. I feel like because of that, I learned that time with people is crucial. And I feel like a way I found to appreciate life is by having this mindset that people aren't going to live forever. Time with people is crucial. How I found to appreciate life is I feel like apart from people, I started to appreciate life itself. I feel like the concept of us being alive and getting to live on this earth, I feel like it's truly a gift that so many people ignore. And I feel like so many people don't realize that us being alive is such a great gift. And I feel like because of that, I started to appreciate my life a little bit more because I know I'm not going to live forever. And by appreciating this life that has been given to us, I feel like it's so beautiful how we can make connections with people and how we can build relationships with people all at the same time. And I feel like because nothing really lasts forever, and I feel like nothing really lasts forever from what I know, in my knowledge. But what I know lasts forever are memories. Core memories, I feel like this is a concept that I brought from the movie Inside. If you haven't watched the movie, you probably won't know what I'll be talking about. But if you don't, here's a brief explanation from me. Core memories are a set of memories that hold more sentimental or more emotional value to you. I feel like those, because we're experiencing life every day, we're constantly going through things every day, we tend to pick apart some memories and we tend to hold more value to some memories more. I feel like being appreciative of life because of just merely existing, it's already a small way to start appreciating life. And I feel like people that come along into your life and help you find happiness, I feel like it's already such a great thing. And core memories, I feel like the people who are in my core memories, I really appreciate them for making me feel happy in life or creating memories that I can remember. I feel like we as humans, we tend to overthink or we tend to stress about things that we start to dwell in the past and we forget about the present. And I feel like because of that, we start to forget what's in front of us. And I feel like how we can get through that is by letting go. Letting go, I feel like. Letting go is probably something, a huge thing that I learned while growing up. I had to let go of a lot of things. I had to let go of a lot of people. And it's a pretty difficult thing to do. Because honestly, letting go is probably, it can be one of the most heartbreaking things to do. And I feel like letting go of something is so difficult, especially letting go of people that don't make you feel wanted, or that don't make you feel loved, or that tear you down. I feel like it may be hard, but I feel like a happy life can't come without sacrifices or change. And it doesn't come from people as well that you need to let go. Sometimes you can let go of bad habits, or probably your bad surroundings. I feel like it may be hard, but we can't really find happiness without change. Change is such a permanent thing in life, and it's such a big thing, and we can't really do anything to change that. Very ironic, moving forward. But I feel like because of that, we tend to, I feel like instead of looking at something, and instead of living in regret and guilt by dwelling in the past and not letting go of what's holding you back, I feel like because we live in regret and guilt, sometimes by letting go, we can live in closure and peace. I feel like life can be absolute hell sometimes, or absolute hell all the time. And I mean, I'm not the most appreciative of life. I'm not the most grateful of my life. And I think I realize that, but I'm slowly learning to appreciate my life a little bit more. And I feel like with the people surrounding my life, I'm starting to realize that there's so much more that life has to offer to me, and there's so much more I can experience with all these people. And I feel like it's a gift that I get to live this life, and the fact that I'm being angry about living, or the fact that sometimes I regret being alive, is I feel like such a horrible habit that we need to get rid of. I feel like I learned to get through life with all these people that I love, and what I'm trying to tell and the message that I'm trying to give to you is surround yourself with people you love. I know it may be hard, or maybe there are people that don't love you, but surround yourself with things you love, or you can find happiness in you living. I feel like that's a simple way to find appreciation through life. I feel like with that, we can truly find happiness on this hell we call life. And I feel like in this hell we call life, we can find things that can truly make us happy and can truly make us want to walk through life and push through it more. This is Avila signing out. Sorry if there was any mistakes in my wording or if there were any mistakes I said. Thank you.